Hello, wrestling fans. How are you? Here what happened on Friday Night SmackDown and main event for June the 7th, 2024. The opening match was changed from Jade Cargill versus Indy Hartwell to a tag match. It was Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell against Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill on title. Before the bell rang, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Starks, Elbow Fire came out amongst the fans and from backstage. Distracted Jade. Indy Hartwell attacked her from behind. Forearm shots to the back of the head. Stomps in the corner. Tagged in Candice. They isolated Jade Cargill for a couple of minutes. Then she tagged in Bianca Belair, who jumped in. Tossed Candice into Jade, who caught her. Dropped her down. Then Bianca tossed Indy Hartwell to Jade. Jade caught her. Slammed her down. Then Jade tossed Candice into Hartwell. Bianca had a stone suplex of Candice LeRae. Then a standing moonsault. Candice and Indy Hartwell isolated Bianca Belair in their corner. Worked on her for quite a bit. Had a double team running flip toss splash onto her. Bianca got away. Backbreaker Candice made the tag. Jade Cargill got in running shoulder tackles on Indy Hartwell. Series of clotheslines to Candice LeRae. Just cleaned house. Then alongside Bianca Belair, they waited for Indy Hartwell to walk into the double team wheelbarrow DDT. That's what took away from the match for me. I hated that. Because you could clearly see Indy Hartwell look behind her to make sure they were in position to back up. Like, come on. This match was really good, and then that ruined it for me. After the match, Shayna, Zoe, out of fire, attacked on the Dawn. They isolated each member of the champions. Then Jade Cargill tossed Shayna into the ring post. Bianca tossed, I think it was Other Dawn, into a barricade. The champions cleaned house. Stereo, KOD found face slam on the other members of the two teams. Then a clash of the champions. They announced that they are defending the championships against Kaylee Ray and Other Dawn, but now they will also defend them against Shayna Baszler, Zoe Starks, making it a triple threat tag. What about Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell making a fatal four-way? That'd be interesting. What are your thoughts of that? Would you like to see a triple threat tag or throw that team in making a fatal four-way? Next up, we were supposed to have Apollo Crews versus Angel Garza of the Hill LWO, but Apollo was backstage getting interviewed for his match. The Hill LWO ambushed him. 301 beatdown, tossed him into stop backstage. So then Ekadoris ran up with officials. Apollo Crews isn't cleared to compete. Alan Knight walks up. He wants Logan Paul, but he said, of course, Logan Paul is in Los Angeles in a Tetris tournament, he said, and no shows. He said, what's it going to take for me to get Logan Paul on SmackDown to sign a contract to face me one-on-one with the United States Championship on line? Carmelo Hayes walked up saying he should be next in line for a United States title match. So Nick Dawes said, look, I was supposed to have a match. You guys now having that match. Get out to the ring. So we had LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes. Awesome match. LA Knight repeatedly smashed Carmelo Hayes' face off the announce table, sent him across the announce table. At one point, a running knee in the corner, stomps in the corner, toss up power slam, just cleaned house. Then he went for that jump up elbow drop. Carmelo Hayes moved out of the way. Slingshot clothesline off the ropes. Hit that slingshot DDT, does off the ropes. Back-to-back super kick stunning LA Knight. Then LA Knight went for the Rose Plant DDT. Carmelo Hayes countered the inside cradle, handful of tights. But LA Knight reversed it and got the pinfall instead. Awesome way to end the match. LA Knight's your winner. Yeah. I like Carmelo Hayes. He's got to get some wins, but LA Knight needed this win big time. Then we had a match. Johnny Gargano, alongside Tommaso Ciampa, took on Grayson Waller, alongside Austin Theory. Great match these two guys put on. Wow. Gargano was on a roll. Series of running clotheslines. Slingshot spear to Grayson Waller. Step up enziguri kick. Caught Grayson Waller right in the face coming out of the corner of a super kick. Then Austin Theory caused a distraction. Tommaso Ciampa chased him around the ring a little bit. That allowed Grayson Waller to get the offense going. Hit awesome, amazing slingshot, top rope, elbow drop halfway across the ring onto Johnny Gargano. Running knee smash in the face. That was awesome. Gargano fought back, and this was cool. He kind of went, I think it was going for Hurricanrana off the ropes. Turned it into a power driver. That was amazing. Then Waller rolled outside the ring. And like last week, when Waller tossed Austin Theory back in the ring and Theory lost it to Tommaso Ciampa, this time, as Johnny Gargano did a slingshot move over the ropes, Waller pushed Theory into the crossfire. So Theory got knocked down. That allowed Grayson Waller to grab Johnny Gargano, smash him in the ring post, roll him in the ring, size him up for a run-in, flip over on Prettier for the 1-2-3. After the match, he doesn't even check on his tag team partner that got knocked down. He's just celebrating big time. Next week, it's going to be a Grayson Waller effect with both tag teams. I'm loving the storyline with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller costing each other the match. Grayson Waller cost Theory his match. Then you use Theory to win his match, right? I don't want to break up this tag team, but I just like how they're doing that, how they're arguing, bickering back and forth. But I think they're going to make a really good tag team champions. I can't wait for this tag team title match. It's going to happen at Clash of the Castle, or they're going to save it for an episode of SmackDown after the pay-per-view. Your main event was set up when Solo Sikoa came out and anointed Tola Tonga, member of the Bloodline, which I already knew he was. That made no sense. Kevin Owens, Street Profits interrupted the, introduction of him into the Bloodline. All-out brawl. So Nick Aldis made a 6-man tag. They isolated Montez Ford. Tama Tonga destroyed Montez Ford. Running, sliding, clothesline. That running pay dirt he does. Just beat the shit out of Montez Ford. Solo got in. Beat him up outside. Tossed him back first into a barricade. Just beat him up big time. Then Tolo got some kicks and licks in on Montez Ford. Ford finally got a free. Enzuigiri kicked Tama Tonga. Stunned him. Tagged in Kevin Owens. Solo got tagged in. Kevin Owens just rapid fire punch combo. It's counting how many punches he delivered to Solo Sikoa. Cannonball in the corner. Swanton bomb off the top rope. Went for the stunner. Solo countered it. Both guys super kicked each other at the same time. Solo went for the Samoan spike. Owens blasted him with the stunner. And then Tama Tonga and Tola pulled Owens off the pinfall. Dawkins ran around. They were brawling outside the ring. Solo joined in on the action. And Montez Ford did that signature run and flip over the top of the ring post to the outside, floored everybody except for Solo, who got out of harm's way. Grabbed a steel chair, bashed it across the back of Montez Ford for the disqualification. Kevin Owens profits win by DQ. After the match, the numbers game works to the Bloodline's advantage. The isolated Montez Ford beat him up. Solo Simone spikes him while the other two hold on to him. Then they beat up Daniel Dawkins. The other two hold on to him for Solo to spear him. Then they isolate Kevin Owens and end up triple powerbomb him like Shield style, like Roman, Dean, and Stephanie do through the announce table to end the show. Also on SmackDown, Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles are going to have a match next week at Clash of the Castle for the Undisputed Universal Championship. I Quit rules. That should make up for the terrible match they had at Backlash a couple months ago. Mia Yim approached Nia Jax backstage and threw some kind of soda or drink into her face. Then Nia Jax attacked Mia Yim and went to powerbomb her through a catering table, but she slipped on the liquid, wet floors. That was hilarious. So next week they're going to have a match. Mia Yim, Nia Jax on SmackDown next week. Naomi did not appreciate Chelsea Green saying her name and stuff, so they're going to have a match next week on SmackDown as well. Bayley came out, called out Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. They came out. She said, for 3 weeks now, you attacked me, ambushed me. You want a title match, all you had to do was ask. She said, so I'll tell you what, I went to Nick Aldis. At Clash of the Castle next week at the pay-per-view, you got yourself a one-on-one title match. She said, if you bring Chelsea Green with you, I got no problem Rose playing DDT and her ass to the mat. Chelsea Green took exception to that. Piper Niven told her, shut up. Chelsea didn't like that. Piper Niven said, I don't need Chelsea's help to beat you at Clash of the Castle. She said, on Raw, we were women's tag team champions, but Adam Pearce kept overlooking us. She said, it's about time. Piper Niven shows the world what she could do as a singles champion. Then she got in the ring, and Bayley's like, you want to go? But then Piper Niven's like, no, I won't attack you this week. I'll beat you up next week. And then she walked away. They showed out a QI code for Bo Dallas' stable and that. I'm just curious when they're going to show up. Yeah, so there's it for SmackDown. Definitely check out Grayson Waller versus Austin Theory. You gotta check out Alwyn Knight versus Camille Hayes and the 6-man tag. Overall, SmackDown was really good this week. The women's tag, definitely check it out, but once you see the finish, you know why it got ruined. Clash of the Castle, SmackDown's put on AJ Styles, Cody Rhodes, I Quit for the title. Bayley versus Piper Niven for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Raw's got McIntyre versus Damian Priest for the World Championship. Sammy versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. And you got Bianca and Jay defend the titles against Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, Kaylee Ray, Ada Dawn, and possibly Candice and Randy Hartwell in a multi-person tag match. If SmackDown has room, they definitely have room for one more match on the pay-per-view. You know what I'd love to see? Austin Theory and Grayson Waller against DIY for the Tag Team Championships. Make it happen, Nick Adonis. That'd be awesome. Main event, we had Ivy Niles took on Dakota Kai, Damage Control, Kawi Shane. Bell ring. Ivy Niles, her corner into the corner. Series of clotheslines, forearm shots, arm drag takedowns, hip toss takedowns. Just destroyed Dakota Kai for like 4 minutes straight. The Kawi Shane distracted Ivy Niles. She turned around, back-to-back scorpion kicks for Dakota Kai. Picks up the win. Not very exciting. The other match was Bronson Reed against Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate started the match with a step-up enziguri kick, buckshot, clothesline off the ropes, finally got Bronson Reed down. Reed got right back up. Tyler Bate waited for him, running clothesline, knocked him down. Hit a top rope meteor roll when Bronson Reed got up. Then he did the airplane spin on Bronson Reed, folks. That was amazing. And to do it when he's doing it without holding the guy on his shoulders, that was impressive for someone like the size of Bronson Reed. Be able to lift him up on your shoulders and do the airplane spin without holding on to him was amazing. Bronson Reed had enough. Alabama slam Tyler Bate into the corner. That looked nasty. No wonder Tyler Bate's back was screwed up after that. The Bronson Reed delivered a running power slam. World's Strongest Slam. Worked on the back, right? The Bronson Reed ended the match with Tusami for the 1-2-3. Definitely check that match out, folks. To showcase what Tyler Bate can do. Got a big guy Bronson Reed in that. And man, the Alabama slam in the corner. All that looked nasty as hell. Wow. There you have it, folks. SmackDown next week is at Glasgow, Scotland, where the pay-per-view is. I'm curious if they're going to add another match, like I said, to the pay-per-view. They have 2 winning matches booked. Raw. They have already announced Braun Breaker and Dragunov is the only matches announced for Raw next week. So I'm kind of curious what other matches are going to be thrown in there. We're going to see Bianca and Jake Hodges show up on Raw. And NXT Battlegrounds tomorrow night. I can't wait for that pay-per-view. I'm still wondering if the match with Shayna Baszler and Lola Vice, since it's an MMA-style match, or that the UFC complex. I'm thinking now that might be the main event. Because they have to get rid of the ring ropes and stuff, right? I've said that think all week. If they make that match first on the pay-per-view, it's going to take away for the rest of the show. Make that your main event, so that way fans will stay tuned to see it and stuff. Don't throw it in midway as well. There you have, folks. I'm going to start playing some Legend Dragoon. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.